many of us have heard of lots of medieval tortures. Famously, the one that was in Despicable Me, the Iron Maiden, classic. We've heard of the wreck, that stretch probably felt so good for a little while. But there's some that some people have heard of but don't know a lot about. So let's get right into some of the coolest, most cruel, and gotta say, awesome medieval torture methods. Let's go. All right, starting off, number one, how are you gonna start off with anything that's not tar and feathering? Come on, I just gotta say it. Gotta be one of the greatest torture methods of all time. Like, nothing better than just going out to Boston, going out with your buddies, your boys, your anti-loyalists, your patriots, and seeing John Malcolm. He's messing with a little boy. He's going, I'm gonna hit you over the head with my stick, and I'm gonna get a 2-inch gash in your head, and I'm gonna knock you unconscious. Nothing better than going, yo, John Malcolm, we are gonna tar and feather you. Like, come on. It seriously sounds like some of the best fun just a patriot, a colonist could have back in the days. Like all those British redcoats and stuff, really like killing them or stuff like that really isn't like just gonna satisfy your thirst to humiliate them and show them how bad America really is. And so I just think that it would be like kind of how today we have, maybe the PlayStation, or maybe like, I don't know, skateboarding or scootering around, fun stuff like that. Back then they had tar and feathering, and while it does sound a little bit cruel, I'm sure it was so funny back in the day. Let's move on, shall we? Next we have another classic, but a little strange one, Chinese water torture. This one is a very interesting to me because half of me believes it works and half of me believes it doesn't. Because I think if I was being tortured by the Chinese water torture device, I think I would be okay. And I'm not just saying that. Because it's not that bad. Like, it doesn't hurt you. It's not the rat. You're not getting stuff sung into you. You're not getting rats eating you. You're not getting this next one done to you. Chinese water torture, it's just a little bit of water. Just drops of water on your head. It can't be that bad. You sit there, maybe get a cool glass of water if you're thirsty, lick up. And I feel like it really would not be that bad. But apparently it has been proven. And I'll drop the link in the description to go watch that out. A couple of my friends tested it out. Mythbusters, if you've ever heard of them. And so, yeah, definitely go check that out. And so, yeah, again, Chinese water torture, is it real? Does it work? Who knows? I'll have pictures. Looks like it works. But we'll never really know. Next we have pena calle. This is another personal favorite of mine. And maybe we should bring it back. Maybe. But this one in Latin translates to penalty of the sack. You guys may have heard of it. Pretty much if you did something really bad, maybe murdered your mother, which was apparently the first pena calle victim did to be punished by pena calle, you would get put in this leather sack with a cock, a chicken, a dog, a monkey, and a viper. And then they would just take you and throw you in the lake or something. Tell me that is not so funny. Like, I think, like, back in the day, Emperor Hadrian, it's pretty much became popular with him. If you're not really into torture, kind of a dark spot on one of the GOAT emperors, Roman emperors, awesome reign. But I also think that Emperor Hadrian was just, like, having fun, and he was kind of tired of the rack and the Iron Maiden and the other stuff, and he was like, put a cock, a dog, and a monkey and a viper in there and make do. And I just think that's super funny. It would definitely suck if you were in the sack, but if you were or if you were one of the guys in the sack's boys, but if you were like one of the guys who, the guy in the sack killed your brother or your mother or something like that, that would have been like a jolly good time. And we'll talk more about Emperor Hadrian later because he kind of went on like a awesome spree of torture devices. Um, Anyways, just a quick little side note. Chinese finger trap, is that actually would be considered torture or no? Because it might be psychological torture for people who have can't get it off their finger. For those of you who don't know, Chinese finger trap is a very, very mechanical and frustrating machine. Usually as a gag, but could be torture. But yeah, okay, that's enough time. That's enough chatting about those. Let's get to one of very popular, not the best, but one that's very, very funny, and just kind of goated. So the Brazen Bull or the Brazen Bull, I don't know how to say it. This thing, you may say, "Oh, that's horrible. What? You made a bronze bull and you're gonna put someone in and burn them alive?" Yeah, okay, that sucks. Okay, you obviously wouldn't want to be the person in there. I mean, maybe it would feel good for a couple of seconds, just like the wreck would, but probably not so good after that. But the story behind it, it's a kicker. So the Brazen Bull, or the Brazen Bull, or the Bronze Bull, or the Bull of Phalaris, because it's called that because it was made for Phalaris, who was the dictator of Sicily at the time, by Paralas, who was this Greek kind of like creator guy, engineer. And Paralas was like, "Yo, Paralas, make me a torture device with the bronze bull that I can see their bones glow like diamonds once I take them out of it." And so Paralas was like, "Okay, dope." And he chefed one up for Phalaris, and Phalaris was like, and Paralas was like, I've concocted it, and you'll be able to hear the screams." And Phalaris was like, "Get in there." And so Phalaris put Paralas, the creator of the Brazen Bull, inside of the thing, cooked him up, chefed him up in there for a little while, not until he was dead. He took him out. Paralas is like on his hands and knees, like dying, probably lost a couple layers of skin, not doing so hot. And Phalaris is like, "You know what? I'm gonna take you and dump you off a cliff now." And so, yeah, Paralas, you think he might have gotten the last laugh because, wow, that would suck for Paralas. But Paralas, you think he gets the last laugh, but nope. Telemachus, a couple years later, comes to Phalaris and he goes, "You know what? Get in that bull, Phalaris." And so, yeah, Phalaris, all roads lead back to the bull. And just in case you guys are having trouble seeing what this bull looks like, I have a demonstration. Right here I have my Garfield candle. Very nice. Right here I have a lighter, or creator of fire. So pretty much if the bull was in here, there'd be a little door. You put a little guy in there and, whoosh, keep that candle on there, keep that light on there until their bones gleam like diamonds. But for now, I'm just going to light my candle. If it will light. Awesome. All right. Set you over here, Garfield. Let's get to one of the weirdest guys in history. And yeah. You ain't nothing but a weirdo, Elvis. Elvis, I don't like you, okay? Elvis freaks me out. It doesn't freak me out. I just really don't like looking at him or listening to his music because it makes me think about his face and his weird movements. Elvis, this is probably going to be pretty short because there is a lot to say, but really not that much when you get to the gist of it. Pretty much, Elvis, I just don't like him. I really just don't like that Elvis character very much. I don't like him at all. Elvis is just flat out a weird little creep. Yeah, let's get into the first one. I don't like how he moves. I don't like that jerky movement. I don't like that style. It weirds me out, and I don't want my baby girl watching stuff like that, whether it be my wife, my girlfriend, or my daughter, or my son for that matter, because I don't know what Elvis is up to, and I don't want him corrupting the youth like that. Secondly, very sweaty and very fat. I'm obviously not fat-phobic here, but I just really don't like it. Really gives me a sense of uncomfortableness when I see those pictures of like Elvis when he's really old, when he's really bad off the drugs and stuff like that. And he was like, and except add like 200 pounds. And I especially don't like his last performance when he's kissing all those girls and he's all sweaty and all fat and he's wearing that jumpsuit that just glistens like the diamonds of the bones from the brazen bull. That just really rubs me the wrong way. And I just don't enjoy seeing stuff like that. And it makes me wonder how people enjoyed stuff like that. Kind of like torture. You think like it's kind of funny to laugh at now, but back then it's like, wow, that's really weird, Elvis is kind of like torture if you really think about it. But we can get into one other thing. The Elvis movie was okay. Austin Butler did a great job. Definitely portrayed fat Elvis very well, and young Elvis for that matter. He's a good-looking guy and a great actor. But I hated the Colonel. I hated his voice. I hated everything about him. I hated his weird kind of romantic sexual relationship, mommy, daddy issues relationship with Elvis. I really didn't like him, and that just rubbed me the wrong way. Like everything surrounding Elvis. But I like one Elvis song, and that is Hound Dog, because he knew what he was doing on that one. That's the only one that's really, really good. But lastly, we need to get into something more serious. Is Elvis out there somewhere? That's one thing that none of us truly know except Elvis himself. There's obviously a conspiracy that Elvis faked his death, Are you serious? He died of constipation on the toilet and being fat and having a lot of drugs and being super sweaty? Yeah, whatever. Okay. He obviously faked his death to escape the mafia. Are you serious? But I actually, on my research, it's actually very, very hard to say whether or not Elvis is still out there. Maybe even watching this video. So Elvis, this is my message to you. If I ever see you walking around these parts of town and I see your sweaty self in your big diamond gleaming suit, I will personally put you in the grave. Just playing, Elvis. It's all cool over here. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of your music or your choices, I wouldn't do that to you. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Is Elvis alive? Do you like him? Do you like his sweatiness? Did you like the movie? Did you like anything? Leave a nice comment, and hope you have a great day. And yeah, that's gonna be about it.
It's time for
Torture
versus
Elvis. Well. You guys thought I forgot about the numbers, didn't you? Thought I forgot about the verses? Of course I didn't. So, obviously, Dwayne set the stage for us. Crazy battle. We've got Brazen Bull / medieval torture / just torture in general versus Elvis microphone. So, what we are going to do, we're going to take the ratings of all the torture methods up and get the mean of them to decide. So, let me show you what I got. Tar and Feather, classic. I'm going to go 9 out of 10. It's so good. It's so classic. Chinese water torture, 3 out of 10. Does it even work? I don't know. Panicoli, that's pretty funny. 6 out of 10. Chinese finger trap, perfectly in the middle. 5 out of 10. And the Brazen Bull, that's really, really, really funny. So I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. So let's add them up. 9 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 plus 8 divided by 5. That's a 6.2 on average out of 10. And then Elvis, I'm giving him a whopping 2 out of 10. It would be a 0, but if he's still out there, I would like to meet him. So yeah, torture takes the cake in a landslide, defeating Elvis. It really wasn't even a conversation from the start. So yeah, torture, you are the winner of this one. Elvis, you are the loser. We'll see you guys next week.